So, 10 hours of parliamentary debate today, a whole day devoted to whether or not we should bomb Syria. And you will hear all sorts of phrases and terms and words which you may not understand. They may seem a little bit odd. Well, this is my attempt to explain to you the sort of language I'm using to make it easier, hopefully, for you to understand what on earth is going on today. Well, let's start with free vote. What is a free vote? You'll hear an awful lot today about Labour MPs have been given a free vote. What does free vote mean? Well, it's a bit like sort of free love, man. It's hippy-dippy. It's do what you want. It's free thinking. You can do anything. That's what a free vote is. You don't have to follow the party line. You don't have to follow what your leader does. You're free to vote and think anything you want. And that's what a free vote is. Confusing term number 2. Whipped vote. What is a whipped vote? Sounds vaguely sadomasochistic. Actually, it goes back to hunting days when hounds had to be whipped to stay together. And it's exactly the same thought with MPs. A whip is the party instruction for them all to stay together and vote in a particular direction. They will be whipped to follow a party line. And that's what a whipped vote is. Confusing term number 3. Eyes and nose. And no, I'm not talking about these eyes and nose. I'm talking about the eyes and nose you'll hear the speaker mentioning. Now, what are the eyes and nose? He'll say eyes to the right, nose to the left. What does that mean? Well, basically, eyes are those who say yes to a government motion. Nose are those who oppose a government motion. So if you are watching tomorrow night when the vote is called, the ayes will be the number of MPs who support airstrikes, and the noes will be the number who oppose airstrikes. And that's eyes and nose. Finally, here's a few more phrases you might hear people like me talking about. Divisions. You might hear us referring to a division. What is that? That is basically the vote. That is action stations. That is what you're looking for. If you hear the speaker or anyone saying there's going to be a division, that is pay attention time. It's the vote. You might hear us talking about splits. What are splits? Well, we tend to say there's a split when there's a sort of disagreement within one party, when MPs within a single party are at odds with each other. And similarly, you'll hear a lot of talk about rebels. Rebels, that tends to be a term we use to describe MPs who are voting against their own side. So that's divisions, splits, and rebels. And if you've taken all that on board, let's hope you might understand what on earth's going on today.